what's the best thing to do?
Well, I mean, honestly, I shouldn't even ask that. You want to buy, you don't want to rent. Rent would be a horrible idea. You're 22, you just got out of college. You work for me, so I know what you make. You make a pretty decent amount of money, but, you know, you're not a millionaire. So, based on what you make, about 35, 40 grand a year, you know, some people would think renting is the right move. You want to buy, and then you can get yourself a roommate, as opposed to getting an apartment where you pay rent and you have your roommate. You buy a house, and then you get a roommate, and instead of paying the landlord's mortgage, the roommate is helping pay your mortgage. What I would do, you know, if I was your age and in your situation, I would buy, you know, like a $80,000 to $100,000 house. I would use an FHA loan. You get an FHA loan, you only got to put down 3.5%. You get all the closing costs and things like that kicked into the deal. So literally out of pocket, you only need $3,000 to $4,000 to move into a house. For 80 to 100 grand, you buy yourself a nice move-in ready house in a place like a Parma, Brooklyn, Brook Park, you know, somewhere like that, right? And then your mortgage, taxes, insurance, etc., etc. You're only looking at $750, maybe $800. So, you know, I did this, my brother did this. You go, you buy one of those houses, again, only like $3 grand out of your pocket. You move in two of your buddies, have them pay you $400 a month. You know, you got a nice 3-bed, 2-bathroom house. They both pay you $400 a month. That's $800 right there. So now you're living for free. Live there for free for a year. You know, say, hey guys, I'm moving on to the next house. Go buy another house for $3,000 down and move 2 buddies into that house. You live there for free, and now you're still renting the old house. You know, you're making a couple $100 a month. I mean, hell, if you really wanted to, you could do it for 10 years straight. Just live in one house for a year, move on to the next, live there for a year, move on to the next. You know, during a 10-year stretch, you could end up amassing yourself $1 million portfolio, and it only took you about $35,000 out of your pocket to actually buy that $1 million portfolio, because you're only spending $3,000 to $4,000 every single house. Plus, that whole 10-year period, you know, all your mortgages were paid by your roommates. So as opposed to during that entire 10 years, you know, you're paying, so you rented a house for $1,000 with 2 guys, you're paying $333 a month. So you're paying $333 times 12. I don't know what that amounts to. Let's assume it's 4,000 times 10. That's $40,000. Well, during that same 10-year period, instead of you spending $40,000 paying somebody else's rent, you spent $30,000 to $40,000 on down payments for those 10 rental houses you own. So what do you want? Do you want to be 32 and have spent the last 10 years of your life spending $40,000 renting with roommates, or do you want to spend the exact same amount of money and still live with the same roommates, but now you own $1 million worth of real estate? That's why you buy, you don't rent. That's why you buy young. You know, that's how you build wealth. That's how you become a multi-millionaire by the time you retire.